Hello my dear children, last class we discussed about function, definition of a function, advantages of a function, features of a return statement and invoking a function. So today we will discuss about parameter, actual parameter, formal parameter, call by value, call by reference and pure and impure method. Now let me start. Actual parameter and formal parameter. Formal parameter are those that are used in function definition and function declaration. So here we are using the formal parameter in function definition also and function declaration also. Now we come to the actual parameter. Actual parameter are those that are used during a function call. That means actual parameter, these are the actual parameter, and actual parameter we are calling at a function calling function calling time we are using a actual parameter. So this we call as an actual parameter. So actual parameter are those that are used during function call. Now we come to the call by value, call by reference. Now here one program is there. Call by value. Our class name was ABC. Int sum, int A and int B. That both are, these are formal parameter. Return ABC. And int A and B are local variable and formal parameter. Then return A plus B. Then we are taking as a public static void main string args, that is our main function. Now we are taken as a int x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3. Again one integer type we have taken int c is equal to sum x plus y. Here this sum x plus is a call a function. Here we are calling a function. Now here calling a for this actual and these are our actual parameter. And here this variable and this actual parameter is passing to where? Formal parameter. Here this value x and 2 value is passing to where? To formal parameter. We are copying here. And after that return a plus b. Then we will get here to print sum. What was that? C. So this we call as call by value. So call by value means what? You had to call the value from main function and copy to the formal parameter, or we can say pass the value from the function to and copy to formal parameter. Now see the points. The actual argument can be variable or constant. Our actual argument can be variable or constant. The value of actual argument are sent to formal argument. The value of actual argument are sent to formal argument, which are normal variable. Any changes made by formal argument will not reflect to actual argument. If any changes made in the formal argument will not reflect to actual argument. Suppose now when we passing the value to the formal argument, here now value of a will be 2 and where b variable what was that? 3. So a will be 2 and b will be 3 after adding a plus b. So here any changes will made here, it will not reflect to here. That is the meaning of third point. Third point meaning is that any changes made by the formal argument will not reflect to the actual argument. If any changes made in the formal argument, it will not reflect to the actual argument. Now we come to the call by reference. In in data types, two types of data types are there: primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types you can also call as an reference data type. Now we are using here a reference. Void ABC we are using as a int a of, that means array we are using. Reference data type are of two types, or in that what will come? Class and array. So we are using here array. Now we come to the public here. Come here. Public static void main, one main function we are writing here. In that one integer data type we have taken and storing a of is equal to two elements, 20 and 30. Now we are calling the main function. Our main function what was that? ABC we are calling here. And that is our reference. This reference, a reference will go to where? In formal. Now int t is equal to a of 0. So a of 0 what was that? 10. A of 10 is equal to a of 20. Now a of 20 is equal to t. So a object will be here, but the reference will be go here. After that, you have to take one loop. For int I is equal to 0, I less than 1, I plus plus. Then you have to print a of I. Now see the points. The actual argument can only be variable. The actual argument can only be the variables. That is, you see that actual argument is only will be the variable. No value will be there. The reference of actual argument are sent to the formal argument which are pointed or variable. That is, the reference will go to where in formal, which may be a pointer or a variable. Now, any changes made by a formal argument will reflect to actual argument. If any changes made in formal argument, it will reflect to here also. So that is why it is called as call by reference. Now we come to the next topic, pure method and impure method. Now we see the pure method. Pure method, we say method is pure, which does not modify the original state of an object. Means does not any modify, we can't do any modify in the original state of an object, or simply assess the values that are passed to them. We have to simply assess the value that are passed to them. Third point is without any side effect. Now see, the only result of invoking a pure method is the return value. The only result of invoking a pure method is that return value only. Can be called any number of times. You can call any number of times in any order. Value does not change. You can call any number of times or any order, but the value does not change. So that we call as an impure method. Pure method are also called as assessor method. See one example here. Our class name, what was that? Pure. Open the curly bracket. Main function we have written. What was that? Public static int large. How many variable we are given? X and Y. This means what? This int X and Y means that what are the values passed to the argument? What are values passing to the argument? It will not change. What are the values are passing to the argument? It will not change. Now see, if X is Y, you have to return X. X is Y means this is our checking condition. Return X, else return Y. This means that here X and Y are not modified, because here X and Y are not modified. That is why it is called as a pure method, because you can't do, here no modification will be done. So that is why we called as an pure method. Next one is impure method. We can say method is impure that modify the original state of an object. Here we can modify the original state of an object. Impure method may or may not return result. Here impure method may or may not return the result. Impure method are also called muter method. Muter method. Now see that one class is there. That class name, what was that? Impure. Now public static int main. Now int X is equal to minus 10. Minus 10 we have initialized as a minus 10. If X is greater than 0, that means according to the condition, the return Y minus X will be changed, because our original value will be changed. Else return plus base. The original value are not available, so that is called impure method. Means our original value is not available, so that is why it is called an impure method. Yes, minus 10 it will be changed. Oh, it will be changed here. No, so our original value is not coming. So our original value is not coming. That is why it is called an impure method. Hope my dear children you have understood this theory part of call by value, call by reference, pure and impure method, actual and parameter. So go through this theory part. Thank you my children.